Welcome back to another broadcast of the MLE Network, brought to you by APM Music. I am your host, Fresh, joined by my co-caster here, Beardly. Beardly, we got a heated match tonight. We got the 2 and 3 seed. Are you excited?
I am more than excited, and thank you so much for having me here tonight, Fresh.
Oh, it's always going to be a pleasure. Welcome to the MLE Network, my friend. So we've got the Dodgers and the Elite. And the Dodgers, let me tell you, they've been dodging losses all season. They got a 4-3 record, coming in at 22-13. And the Elite have the same record and the same series record, but the Dodgers are second in their division behind the Elite, who are number 1. So this is the Dodgers' chance to unseat them from that seat, to put them for that number 2 seed. This is a really important game when it comes to playoff standings here for the next couple weeks.
Man, I come from the Dodgers. That was actually the home for my first 2 seasons with MLE. And while we were there in the CL, we had ridiculous odds against us. We came back, and we came all the way back to the playoff in 2. So if there's anything I know about the Dodgers, don't count them out, no matter what the odds are.
No, that is the thing. It is 2s. Anything can happen. 3s is a little more deep-seated. It takes a lot more calculation to score, but this is doubles. Doubles, you can be down by 3 and then up by 1 within the course of 1 minute and 30 seconds. Anything is possible. So this is going to be a really tense match. You know, the players have a lot on the line. They have a lot riding on it. It's going to be a strong mental game for both teams as well, because the Dodgers coming up, they're in playoffs right now. They're at the number 3 seed, the top 4 in the top 4 in the conference make it into the play-ins, but you still kind of want to push for that number 1 seed. Someone has to unseat the Outlaws from the Sun Division there for that. But with a series record like this, with 4-3, if they make it 5-3, you know, you're looking to maybe push for the Outlaws and go for that number 2 spot and kind of put yourself in for that first round bye week, which a lot of players like and a lot of players hate. But the players are joining the field. We have Chutains, Novanta, the caster, the CRL analyst for the Dodgers, and we have Miss Piggy Buggy and Sinister on the Elite. With 3 seconds on the countdown, the kickoff is go.
Right away, Dodgers is going to take the lead right off the kickoff. It's heading towards the goal. Miss Piggy Buggy has something else to say about it, but the pressure has already started. They've made it to the playoffs, but that's not going to be enough. They want to strike fear into everybody that comes up against them.
Yeah, Sinister here has it off the ceiling, looking for that second touch. Doesn't quite get it. Chutains here looking for the double. Misses it. Piggy Buggy, she has it there, puts it in the corner. Sinister gets bumped by Chutains. Novanta here trying to get control of it in the corner, can't get there. Interesting car of choice, the orange Dingo. Not sure how I feel about it, but you know what? If it works, it works. You know what they say, if it looks stupid but it works, it's not stupid. And you know what? Anything goes here in Rocket League. Piggy Buggy here puts a shot on net and putting the Elite up by 1, only 45 seconds into the match. Dodgers are down.
The ball's been mostly on their side of the field, and by their side I mean the Elites this entire game, but nothing was done from it. So as soon as the Elites got down, they took their first shot and immediately capitalized on it. So it doesn't matter how much pressure you have. If you can't sink the goals, that pressure means nothing.
Yeah, the pressure, you can amount it all, but it takes one mistake, especially in doubles. You don't have the luxury of that third man in a doubles mode. Navanta's here up, goes for the 50, loses it to Sinister in the midfield. Sinister trying to get a bounce off the corner to beat. Oh, and he does. Novanta here tries to get it, misses it, and Piggy Buggy, she puts that one in, giving the Elite a 2-goal lead here in game 1.
There wasn't really a lot to fear here. Novanta, if he would have just taken his time there, he could have got the clear to the corner. He panicked a little bit, and that's what gave Piggy Buggy the easy shot there.
Yeah, it's all going to come down to a mental game. You can see the pressure is definitely on the Dodgers for this one, trying to hold on to that number 3 seed and trying to unseat them, the Elite rather, from the number 2 seed. Novanta here, big win in the midfield, pushing it down to the corner, but unfortunately he's got no boost. Sinister gets an awkward touch, almost puts it out in front of his own net. And Chutains loses a 50 there. To Piggy Buggy, she has it along the wall. Going for a slow 50 in the corner, grabs the corner boost. Sinister can't get there. Novanta makes it clear. Sinister here has it, loses it to Chu Chains, puts it out mid. Piggy Buggy makes a save. And here she has it along the wall, trying to take control of it. Very patient play, but she still loses it to Novanta. Sinister beats Chu Chains in the air. Novanta racing back to his net, preparing for that shot, but Sinister fakes a hit. Novanta still reads it. And the Dodgers unrelenting on their defense as the Elite are unrelenting on their offensive pressure.
Sinister with a great clear high is going to be more than Novanta was ready for, and not to mention he was deleted off the field. Chu Chains comes in, but with Novanta off the field, there was nobody to respond to that. They're hitting the ball and they're getting the hits, but there's nobody to actually be there for the follow-up. And unless you're going to have a solo play each and every time, this is twos. We need to see the teamwork start coming into play, or else they're going to be down by 2, if not more, as the game continues.
Yeah, well, this is FL. This is the lowest of the skill leagues by statistically. But, Chu Chains puts this one in. Awkward pen defender. He rotated to the near post and then got awkward and turned around. You hate to see it, but the Dodgers shortened the lead to 1.
Yeah, Sinister had a great angle there. His nose was facing directly there. Had he gone for the 50 instead of hesitating, I think that would have come out a little bit differently. It may have bounced out directly in front of the goal. We may have seen a goal shortly after, but the hesitation there led to them immediately being scored on with no other options.
And like I said, like I was saying before, Chu Chains so gloriously interrupted me first by scoring. This is statistically the lowest skilled of the 5 leagues that MLE has to offer. Oh, and no, I saw it. You might not have seen it in chat, but Novanta has broken a Rule 1, and he's probably going to pay for it here. But no, Chu Chains knocks it all the way down. I saw it, Novanta. I'm calling you out on it. You broke a Rule 1. You hate to see it.
See, in the nights when we were getting screamed, per se, for the team, one of the final questions is, you're in the playoffs and you break a Rule 1 or you have a Rule 1, what do you do? And ultimately, if Novanta would have done just that, he probably would have been kicked from the night, sorry to say.
Rule 1s are a very sacred thing in Rocket League. I know that the last stream game that I played with the Hurricanes and the Spartans, we had a Rule 1 in Game 2 that lasted 3 minutes and 40 seconds for the majority of the game during a standard match. Novanta comes in, 50s off the backboard, Chu Chains puts it in, Piggy Buggy gets it out to the corner. Here she has it. She's taking her time, which is something that she seems to be doing very well here down in FL. Gets a nice little flick over Chu Chains. Sinister is up, gets a little awkward touch. He's going to go for a second touch and puts that in and re-extends the Elite lead to 2.
Is she taking her time, or is nobody really challenging her? At this moment, she had the open field. There was nobody directly in front of her. We need to see a little bit more pace from the Dodgers. They can't give them the ability to do whatever they want. They have to force the touch, force them to do anything other than what they want and regain control of this game.
The Dodgers, you are right in that aspect where they aren't really challenging. And to me, it looks like it's a combination of recovering from the physical play that the Elite are putting on them and boost starving, which the Elite are actually really good at doing at this level, which is actually very impressive for this. Chu Chains here gets a nice little beat. Oh, and he can't get it on net, though. He pops it out, hoping Novanta can be there. Novanta is elected to rotate back to the mid-third, take a 50, and gets beat by Piggy Buggy. She goes up for another hit. Chu Chains takes it out to the middle. Novanta can't quite get there. Sinister pops it up. Chu Chains knocks it towards the net. Novanta comes in, and he puts it in, and he shortens the lead to 1. In the Dodgers, it's possible. It's not probable, but it is possible.
And this is what I would call winnable. 2 seconds, if they can get a lose back and the second man's there, that could be a goal immediately upon there. They could push forward, try and pass to the next person. It did go back. Unfortunately, Novanta was too far forward to read that, and now they're out of time. They've got to keep it up the entire time. Ooh, Piggy says none of that. We are heading on to the next match.
Yeah, Piggy Buggy says none of that in my house, and puts that straight down to the ground and costs the Dodgers their first game. I mean, it's to be, statistically, it might be too expected, right? The Dodgers are not the most scoring team in the league right now, right? The Dodgers look to be favoring more quality over quantity. But, right, the Elite, they're not shooting as much, but they're getting better shots. So the Dodgers, I think, really, I don't even think they're doing anything wrong. I don't think that they really need to change what they're doing. I think they just need to relax and slow down and take their time with their touches. Because like you pointed out, Devonta had an awkward backflip that when, he rushed the touch. Chains came off the backboard a couple times and missed the touch because he was rushing it. The Dodgers' key thing right now is going to be slowing down. You don't even need to change anything. You just need to calm and play slower and take more time with your touches.
They got to play their game, and a lot of these plays, whether it be a pass, double tap, it doesn't matter where it all comes from. It all stems from that first touch. So if they can get the perfect first touch, then they can lead to something else down the field. But right now, they're struggling even to get the touch.
Here comes Chutains and Piggy Buggy. Chutains demos Piggy Buggy right off the bat. Sinister gets Chutains right back. And Chutains is... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Chutains with plenty of space here. He allows to just hit it straight up. He does beat one. Goes for the second touch. Not able. Devonta pushes too far forward. Wasn't patient as second man, but he will not be punished here. Piggy Buggy just wide.
Chutains here takes it up. Looking for... Oh, Sinister saw the demo and he took it. And now that puts Chutains in a very awkward position. He's going to have to hit this. Devonta looks to hit it instead. Piggy Buggy trying desperately to get it to her teammate, but Sinister here has it in the corner, looking for a pop over Chutains. He reads it, and he can't quite get it out. Devonta very low on boost as second man, trying to collect those pads. You love to see it. Chutains trying to go for something fancy off the backboard here. Devonta chases it to the wall, and elects to leave it there for Sinister to bang it back into the Dodgers corner.
So right there is another example. We saw Sinister earlier. He didn't get what he wanted immediately. As soon as the Dodgers had possession, he went for a demo. He is not letting them get the touch. So if the Dodgers could turn around and do what the Elites are doing to them, they could be in this. But every time the Dodgers has anything, they go to take their time. The Elite says, no time, no free touches. And they're up, they're faster, they're jumping, they're just there before anything else can build.
And I come in this goal in particular that the Elite have just scored comes back and it points to the Dodgers need boost. They need to be hitting those pills in the corner and they need to be hitting those 5-6 pads at the top of the 18. Because right now, their boost management at this level of play, we don't expect it to be great, but it's got to be better than what they've got going on right now. Because Devonta had less than 30 boost the entire time the pressure was on from the Elite. Piggy Buggy almost getting a double there. Would have loved to see that out of the Foundation League players. Sinister wins that 50, but Chutains takes it away. Piggy Buggy here looking for another touch off the backboard. Devonta misses it, unfortunately, and Sinister knocks that in. And the Elite have a 2-goal lead.
You were talking about the Dodgers and the boost management, and right before this goal, I was kind of going back and forth between both players, and at both time, at the moment that goal was scored, about 5 seconds beforehand, zero across the board. One person had to go to get boost, the other person had to try and build enough momentum to get to the ball, and neither of them were able to do so. So I highly agree with you on the boost one.
The Elite are just running away with it now. Sinister putting another one in, giving him 1 for 2 on the night. In Piggy Buggy, she is 2 for 4. The Elite, they've got a commanding lead right now, but there's still 3 minutes left in regulation. That's over half the game is left. There's still plenty of time for the Dodgers to turn this around. I've seen bigger leads blown in less amount of time, but the Elite are starting to play a little bit more fancy and a little bit faster now. They're getting a little bit more confident with their touches and going for things that might throw the Dodgers for a loop. Here comes Chutains going for a 45. Can't quite get it. Piggy Buggy bumps Devonta off. Devonta can't get back to it. And Sinister puts another one in. That's 4.
I love the decision making. As soon as Chutains had space, he decided to go ahead and dribble a little bit compared to the last time that he immediately banged the ball. Now, unfortunately, it did get sent right back over his head, but I think the idea was there and it was concrete. It just didn't result in the way that he wanted.
That is, I mean, it is a improvement on the situation that we were seeing wrong with game 1. They were slowing down, taking more time with their touches. But unfortunately, for the situation right now, Chutains puts one off the backboard. Piggy Buggy sends it up to Sinister, who's got boost in time. And he's trying to put it out mid. Devonta you hate to see it. And a poor miscommunication there from the Dodgers really cost them.
It started with a breakaway that both players kind of caught up in a little scuffle. I think had they not had that happen, they would have had a little bit better chance. So their breakaway that comes from scoring opportunity then turns around and then getting scored on. If they weren't already demoralized by being down 4-0, that fifth one is definitely going to hurt.
Yeah, it is going to hurt them, but the Elite now have a commanding lead here in game 2, and every time it goes up again, the Elite just seem to put another one in and down the Dodgers even further. If I'm the Dodgers at this point, I'm just going to say, you know what? 150 left on the clock and 5 goals. It's really not likely. We can try to get a couple back and just let's build some momentum for game 3 and start off game 3 strong rather than focus on downing ourselves for not winning game 2.
It all starts with 1. So if I'm the Dodgers right now, I know, as you said, 5, probably not. But if we can get 1, if we can figure out what we're doing wrong, then that starts with that. From there, we can get 2, and then maybe we can get 3, and that's going to put the brakes on the Elite and say, hey, we are here. We have figured you out, and we can do something more. But if they don't get something turned around quickly, I think the Elites are going to go into this next one thinking that the series is done, and there's not much more they're going to have to do.
Yeah, the Elite are just running away with it. Here they come again, back down the opposite side. Piggy Buggy's trying to get it out center. Navanta can't get there. Sinister has no shot, but he does get the corner boost. Again, Shutane's having to play for a 50, but Sinister takes it right away. Piggy Buggy here, taking her touch up the wall, beating Navanta in the corner. Navanta is getting really close on his challenges.
We had a 2v1 right there. If Chutanes was able to get the pass off to Navanta, there would have been an opportunity for scoring. But Sinister, immediately upon losing possession, turns around and says, no, this is still my ball. I may not have the touch that I want, but as long as you're not getting the touch, my job is done. 5-0. 22 seconds left. This is our last push here. Chutanes might have had a shot. Trying to bump Piggy Buggy, and Navanta is nowhere to be found. The pressure that they would have had was not there. 14 seconds left, and Shutanes will not be able to get the last touch.
Piggy Buggy gets a nice little touch there off the ceiling to put it back mid for one last push. Shutanes beats him on the push though, and 1 second left. That's the Elite's game. Not even going to bother to try and keep it up. Let's just wash it and go to the next one. The Elite are now 2-0 up in the series.
So this is 2-0. It's not over. We've seen reverse sweeps. We've seen it time and time again. We just need to see something different. They're playing slow. They're playing exactly as we asked them to do, and it's not working. So now we do need to see a change. We originally said nothing needed to be changed, but 0-2 says otherwise.
Yeah, now you're down 2 games in a series. You're up against match point. If you want to take this series and keep what you have going on for the playoffs, you know, you don't want to take a 5-0. That would put you so far down the list that it might actually knock you out of the top 4. So you need to win at least 2 games, a 3-2 at the minimum, to try and stay in the running so that they don't gain as much ground as you lose. You only have that little 1 game differential between you, but 4-1 or 5-0 would be extremely detrimental to the Dodgers season. They're up against match point. Is it possible to reverse sweep? I believe that the Dodgers have it in them. I really do. They're playing well. Chutanes is playing extremely well, but unfortunately, there's just not a lot of chemistry between Chutanes and Navanta. They seem to be kind of marching to the beats of different drums, and I kind of want to see if they can't fix that here on Sovereign Heights.
Now, this map is by far the most beautiful map. It would be a great map to take it out on, but I would also love to see, here we go with the first goal. Navanta's coming in, exactly what we asked. 1-2, but now they've got to get back, and Sinister is currently looking at an open net. What will he do with it?
He puts it off the corner, apparently. Chutanes elects to use his boost to go up, but Sinister knocks it back to the mid-third. Navanta here racing back, gets a touch on it, puts it off. Crossbar and out. No. Chutanes tries to recover, but he can't quite get there. Chutanes going back to his own corner, grabbing the corner boost, looking to 50 Piggy Buggy. She knocks it up high off the ceiling. Navanta goes for a 50 on Sinister, but can't quite get there.
We've had two moments in this game where it was 3v1 as both players started clearing the ball the opposite direction. It's a little bit of shuffle, but as of right now, Dodgers has had the only scoring opportunity. If they can continue to shoot, eventually they will drop it. Sinister and Buggy seem to be on their heels, getting a little bit of pressure here, but nothing was worth it. He was in no man's land, just looking at the ball, and Navanta said, okay, fine, I'm going to hit it right around you.
Yep.
And there's the demo that we've been waiting on. Navanta didn't have possession. He's rotating back, and he says, Sinister, you're in my way. And 1v2, well, now it's a 1v1, and we have a little bit more space, a little bit more breathing room.
Yeah, the Dodgers knock it high center here. Chutains comes in, gets a knockdown off the backboard, goes for a double. Navanta misses. Chutains going for a 50, but he loses it, and that looks like it's in. It is. Sinister gets an early lead for the Elite here in Game 3.
And this was a solid 50. You know, as much as people say there's luck and there's everything else, Sinister put himself dead middle of that ball. Chutains was a little bit below, and as a result, he pushed straight through. Chutains really needed to be careful right there. If he had anything other than a perfect touch, that is the outcome, and that is the risk as pushing as second man.
Here comes Piggy Buggy, gets it off the corner. Sinister is going to try and get a shot on net. He's got boost all the time in the world, but he's awkward. But he manages to get it with a little bit of help from Chutains. And the Elite are now 2-0 up in the game. And they're 2-0 up in the series. If you're the Dodgers, you're starting to sweat lead.
For the first 2 minutes of this, even though we're down by 2, for the first 2 minutes of this, it started to look like two teams that were just one seed separated. Up until now, it's starting to look like, you know, this is not the first and the second seed going at it. Maybe, you know, 3-4 teams separating them. I expected to see a little bit more back and forth, at least a 1-1, 2-2. I would love to see a game 5 if we could, but as you said, they need at least 2 wins to keep them in the running.
Here comes Chutains, likes to touch it to his own corner, gets a 50 with Sinister out to the mid. Navanta comes down, he puts it down towards net. Piggy Buggy gets there to knock it to the corner. Navanta can't stop it from going back to his own side. Chutains goes for a 50, loses it to Piggy Buggy, who's going to try and get it back center for Sinister. Pops it way out wide, and Navanta is left here again with no boost to push. He's just burning all of the boost as soon as he gets it, and it's costing him a lot of offensive opportunity. Maybe not. Maybe, I don't know what's going on, but Piggy Buggy has the ball, and Navanta and Chutains, everybody's going for it in the mid. I don't have a clue what's going on, but it's chaos over there.
Sinister is allowing to take his time. He's getting boosts, and he's just waiting to see where the play is going to go. He knows they're up by 2 right now. He could continue to be aggressive, but he doesn't have to. If they just sit back, this series could be over without them having to do anything else other than playing smart.
They seem to be playing a lot more patient than the Dodgers, which is going to be the death of the Dodgers, because the Dodgers are just going at it. Oh, here comes Navanta off the post, and it goes out. Chutains is going to try and take control of this, get it back over Piggy Buggy, and he does. He's got one to beat, but he loses it to Sinister back. Navanta's going to come here. Again, no boost. The telltale heart for Navanta. He bumps Piggy Buggy off of it. Oh, no, he bumps Sinister off of it. My bad. And Chutains here takes it back in the corner. Go ahead.
Although he's had no boost, Navanta has had 4 shots at least that I've seen where he is just powering it on goal. So he's using the boost, maybe not always in the best defensive positionally, but offense, he has been the one peppering the nets. If we could get Chutains involved here, I think they could come back in the last minutes, but they have to do something quickly. They have the numbers advantage. Navanta's coming down. We got a dribble. He's past the first. If he can go up the wall and pass, we might have another shot. Ooh, Sinister was right there waiting for Chutains.
And I'd also like to note a double commit on the Dodgers' part means that they had to get back quickly. Luckily, the Elite kind of burned a little bit of time there in the midfield. Navanta's here going to bang it down. Piggy Buggy's going to have to make a save off the backboard. Navanta gets credit for his 3rd shot of the night. Grabs the corner boost, waits for that. Good, smart play by Navanta going back when the 50 was there by Chutains, but Sinister gets this right back. Navanta gets dunked. It's off the backboard, but Chutains is there to knock it all the way back down to the Elite end. But Piggy Buggy is actually going to miss. Chutains to Navanta. Navanta scores, and he puts one in. It's winnable. It's retrievable. Dodgers, you can take a game.
As soon as we saw Sinister in the goal, I saw Novanta, I saw where Chutains was, and then I saw Novanta go far left, and I'm over here thinking, this is your opportunity, 2v1. I really hope that he's grabbing that boost and cutting right around, because Chutains has an open opportunity. Piggy Buggy was rushing back, had no idea what she was going to do, and luckily Novanta came in just in time, because I think if he waited any longer, that would have been it.
Novanta here has it up off the wall, flips down off the wall. Piggy Buggy can't get the save. Chutains is up. I know he is. There he is. Comes down, misses it. Novanta can't keep it up. And unfortunately, Dodgers, you have dropped the third game, but they made it a lot closer than they had in previous games. They did, game 2, they were down by 5. I think game 1, they were down by 2 or 3. Now they're within 1, and they actually managed to bring it back. Granted, they had 7 shots. The offense is there. Now it's just about capitalizing on those shots and making the most of the opportunities that you do have.
No, I think Novanta actually joined my club there for a little bit. I am part of the USPS because I specialize in post, top bar, left post, right post. It doesn't matter. I am amazing at getting the ball to my teammate, but as far as putting it in an open net, I can't do it. So if you could just maybe shift over to UPS, maybe FedEx, away from USPS, maybe we could get something going here for him.
Yeah, I worked for UPS for a little while. Never again. Did not. I worked there during Christmas season, which was terrible. So I'm gonna recommend USPS, not UPS. But anyways, that's neither here or there. We're moving on to game 4. Now, the Dodgers have already dropped the series, but the reason the next 2 games are the most important for them, more than game 3 was, is because now these are the games that are going to decide how much damage the Elite actually do to their record. Yes, they dropped a series, but if they can still take a couple games, they can save face and not really take as much heat. And now there will only be a 1-game differential between them, which there already is. So if the Dodgers can win the next 2, that means there's only going to be a 2-game differential between them, and they're still in the race for the playoffs.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that we see Dodgers' first win here, right? The series is done. The pressure is over. They don't have to worry about what happened. They've already dropped the series. Now it's just time to have fun. It's time to hit the ball. You're playing with your buddy, and this is no different than a casual match any other day.
Yeah, they're going to just play their game, have fun, relax, and sometimes those vibing matches, those are the best ones you ever play. Find myself playing a lot better when I'm not under the pressure of winning a series and playing just casuals with my friends. Novanta with a smart back pass to Chutains, but Piggy Buggy read that yesterday. Over here, Sinister has a touch. Novanta 50s it out, and Sinister here has it along the wall, electing to play it really slowly, which gives the Dodgers a lot of time to recover and take that 50.
But I think the difference is, and we've already seen it several times from Novanta, although he took a little bit to get there, he did not wait for the touch. He said, okay, you're going to take your time. I am coming at you. You better do something, but you're not going to do what you want to do. And that's been the trend. We talked about it. They haven't been really they've been letting them do whatever they want. And now I think they're tired of it. They said, okay, we need these dubs. Here he is again, immediately. I think last game, they would have been sitting front post, waiting for them to either pass or shoot, and now Chutains immediately goes for the bump. The pressure is there.
And Novanta unfortunately can't get back to that one, and the Elite, again, following the trend in the telltale pattern. They score first, 3 minutes and 47 seconds, or 37 seconds into the game, my pardon. But the Dodgers, I don't think they're out of it. They made a mistake, they're fluke, but their mental is going to be in a much better place now, knowing that the series is over. Now they can just play for games. And it's not as, like you were saying, it's not nearly as much pressure as it was before. And we've already seen a mountain of a difference between the players that we had in the first 3.
And that was a simple mistake there. Chutains actually was in position to get the ball. He must have turned off ball cam because he goes zooming by the goal straight for the boost. And had he just turned around just for a split second, that would have been a block that would have continued the play. So it was an easy mistake, one that they can recover from, but not if the Elite turn around and do that again.
That was a beautiful save on Chutains' part, but unfortunately he could not recover. And both of the Dodgers players, Novanta and Chutains, chased that into the post, and neither of them unfortunately hit it. So it is what it is. You hate to see it. But here comes Novanta back the other way. Got a touchdown mid. Elects to leave it for Sinister. Pops it on his car, flicks it over Novanta. Chutains comes in for a 50, loses it to Sinister again. Navanta racing back near post to put a stop on this, and he does, but now he's got no boost. Biggie Buggy banging it middle here. Chutains clears it out. Here come the Dodgers back the other way.
Sinister is a brick wall right now. He's just waiting at his front post, and then he's going to take the ball, and he's heading downfield, and there's no one to stop him. He pushed through both Dodgers players. He wasn't able to do anything with it, but if they're on their side of the field, they can't score as easily. We have a little bit of a pressure right here. Navanta's trying to do anything, but Sinister just will not allow him. A little bit breakthrough. Pressure again. Chutain's going to be able to rush back and get first touch, but Sinister's not going to give him much time to do with it.
Sinister here pops it off the ceiling. Novanta's very awkward, can't quite get there, has to get it off. The Elite put it off the post. Chutains is going to try and take a long shot here, but Sinister makes the read. Navanta can't quite challenge that. Chutains gets possession of it in the mid-third, but he gives it up to Piggy Buggy, who's going to try and go for a late double, and she does, off the backboard to herself and into the top 90. You can't get much more top 90 than that, and the Elite are showing why they are elite.
That was a beautiful shot. 95 kilometers per hour. I know I don't have miles per hour. And, I mean, they tried. They went for it. They didn't give him the opportunity to just have an open ball, but she was just faster. There's nothing else to say about it. Wants the speed, a little double tap off the corner. It's there. A double commit. Chutains has got to take this opportunity to do something. It's going to stay in the middle. Sinister's up. And now Navanta just getting Chutains going for the ball. He's got the boost. He's got a little bit of time to work with. And they're just being pushed back to their corner over and over. Piggy Buggy's out, Sinister's in. They're leaving no space for them to do anything. Chutains needs to go right now. This is their opportunity. And he waits. A little bit of fake, and this might be another shot.
What a save! Oh my goodness, did you see that read from Navanta, Beardley?
Navanta had to jump and dive. He turned into Michael Jordan there from space and stretch for that to keep it a 3-0 lead. Versus a 4-0 lead. A little bit of pressure here. Chutains can pass this into Navanta, who's waiting, but Navanta does not have to boost, so he had to go out. The pass and the opportunity was there, but the boost was not.
And that seems to be the telltale heart. Again, I said it once before, I'll say it again. The downfall of Navanta just not having boost when he needs it most. And Piggy Buggy, she is going to let this one roll in. And that is a 4-0 lead for the Elite, and it's looking more and more like they're going to take Game 4.
It was a beautiful 1v2. She goes back just in case Chutains was able to get there and jumps in front of it. If Chutains hits that ball, it's going to bounce off of her and go right into there. She had every opportunity covered.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go. You were still talking. I'm bad. I'm just talking to myself.
I may have been a little mistaken. I said last game that we were going to see our first victory for him. Now, there's our first goal of the whole game here, but it's 23 seconds left. I don't think that we're going to see 3. The pressure and the goals that we saw last game, the pressure was there, but they weren't able to capitalize, and we saw that in the first couple games as well. So they're getting the shots, they're just not getting them in the back of the net.
And it is ultimately going to be the downfall of the Dodgers, and it's coming down to the wire. It is looking like the Dodgers have to settle for a 4-1 at best, and it is painful to see, but it does not mean they did not play well. But the Elite came out here and played a really, really strong game. The Piggy Buggy, she is making absolute moves on the field, and the aerial superiority that the Elite have commanded shows why they are that far up on the leaderboards. And oh, so close to making it. Was it 6-1? Goodness me. The Elite taking Game 4. Dodgers, you've only got one chance left.
A little cherry on the top right there. I mean, they already have the momentum going in, but a 0-second goal just to go ahead and just, poke and prod. Just, come on, we've already put you down 4-0. Can you just be a little bit nice? Can you just not? That's
right.
One moment.
It's, every little bit counts. And now that rank outs are done, you don't have to worry about scoring all those goals. You can be like Warrat and AL and score 15 in a single match. I saw that, gentlemen. We're going to talk about that one on Wednesday, because we're going to break down exactly what happened to the Comets and the Wizards. But this is FL. And this is the Dodgers and the Elite, and we have one game left in this series before we move on to the next one, which I believe is the Spectre and the Demolition, if I am correct. It is in CL2s. So let's go ahead and let's see if the Dodgers can't bring it back. One game, boys, one game. That's all you need. I'm rooting for the underdog here. I'm not biased. I am rooting for the underdog. I would like to see the Dodgers come back and win one game after being relentlessly beaten down by the Elite over the course of this series.
Statistics say it's not going to happen, but as mentioned, Dodgers was my home up until this season, so I am also rooting for the boys in blue. I think they can do it. They need something here to go on for the rest of the night with a smile on their face. And we have a little bit of pressure. Navanta off the ceiling. Chutane's coming immediately in. Navanta's going to have to rush back now, and Piggy Buggy, she's been scary all night. What will she do? She elects to not go for the ball. Going to feel out this last game, go a little bit slower, and see who's going to be the first to make a mistake.
It was a good choice by Piggy not to go. Seeing that demo from Navanta on Sinister in the corner, knowing she had no help and no open shot. Navanta, actually, oh my goodness, he has Boost the Challenge. What a sight. Someone has spotted a unicorn. Chutane's just barely unable to get up to this in time. Goes for the bump on Piggy Buggy. Can't quite get there. Let's take the near side boost. Gets flicked over Navanta, far post, and Piggy Buggy, she puts in, again, the Elite score first.
So it was a great idea by here, right? We see Chutane's going back, causing some kind of ruckus, or trying to. That's fantastic. But then we see Navanta also saying, okay, well, I need to go fast. One of you has to be patient there. If Chutane's is coming back with the ball, let him try and take it over, but you can't rush into the same exact corner, because if you miss, well, if you're here, and you're here, oh wait, who's there? And that's a goal for the Elite. Starting off this series, this might be a 5-0. If Dodgers cannot do something to get it together here, Chutane's keeping it in the corner. It's high, nobody's going for this yet. And Navanta has a shooting opportunity, misses.
He almost had that. He almost had that. He was very close. He had the right idea, just wrong execution. Chutane's, oh.
What an angle. Wait, was this an own goal? What exactly happened here, Fresh?
I don't know. I got to watch this back. So Sinister came in, puts it off the backboard. Chutane's came off of Sinister on the failed 50, bounced up, hit it off the backboard and into his own net. That is technically credit for a pool shot on Sinister's part. It is the unluckiest thing next to a kickoff goal that could have happened to the Dodgers.
I think that is what we know as a caster's curse right there. We talked about the unluckiest thing, and immediately afterwards, well...
Anybody in MLE knows I am the most cursed caster. Navanta, I am so sorry, but you boys, you've got to save face. You've got to stop the bleeding. There's plenty of time left in this match. 3 goals in 3 minutes is not a difficult task. It may seem like a mountain for you guys, but the Dodgers, they have all of the tools that they need. They just need to play smart. Look at that flick over Piggy Buggy there. Sinister losing touch there. Chutane's gets it awkward, but Sinister has all the boost in the world to knock this off the wall to his teammate. Navanta can't quite challenge. Chutane's gets it up. Navanta's going to leave it for his teammate, knowing he has a way better shot, and there you go. The Dodgers putting one in, and they now have shortened the lead to 2.
I saw the opportunity here. I got quiet for a little bit because I said, here is where the momentum's going to shift. But I didn't want to open my mouth and immediately throw another curse out there because the Dodgers needed that goal with 3 minutes and 2 goals. As time counts down, that's what, a minute and a half a goal? Okay, easy. As time goes down, a minute a goal, getting a little harder. 30 seconds a goal, you got to start putting on your own pressure here and do something to get this a little bit closer to a 3-2, that 1-goal lead.
Ooh, that was a good play there from Chutane's, making Sinister very awkward and kind of jump for the demo. But he's already up. He beats Navanta, but it's not on net. He likes to try and take control in the corner. Chutane's misses this. Sinister here loses it to the corner of the Chutane's. Piggy Buggy gets the 50 awkward. Navanta's there, but he elects to play it slow. Late to the 50, wins it. Up to Sinister. He says, I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. Chutane's gets beat. Navanta has it in the corner. Gets a good clear out to the midfield as he chases it down again, having no boost. He picks up the mid, but nothing comes of it. The Dodgers are just struggling to create any offense whatsoever. And I'm not quite sure if it's from lack of speed, lack of boost, or lack of general skill.
Unfortunately, we saw Shutanes there. He was behind, and in order to pass to somebody, you have to be within eyesight or at least vertical, and you can't pass to somebody behind them. So Devonta had the play, had the beats, but Shutanes just wasn't there when it actually came out midfield. And this has been the case several times. Devonta's had the ability to pass to him, and as the ball's coming his way, Shutanes heads back the other way to give Devonta the space. And here we are again, a 5-1.
Boys, the Dodgers are just having fun. That is all that this is. They are out there just to play some carball. They're not concerned, right? The Dodgers, I know Novanta is more of an acquaintance from his caster's workshops that I've watched into and etc. Novanta is very laid back. Novanta is not a hyper-competitive player. This is unfortunately his last season as a player in MLE, but you'd like to see him go out with a bang. But right here, the Elite, they came to play. They came to win. They were settling for nothing less than a 5-0, and they really showed it. They showed why they're the number 2 team and why the Dodgers are the number 3. But you know what? Just because they lost this series does not mean that the Dodgers can't get it back in another, but that means if they want to undo the damage and get back to this point of their standing, they have to 5-0 another team in their division. And we're all going to be wondering who that's going to be.
No, we can't take anything away. I mean, everybody played great tonight. The Elite just played better. And, I mean, that is why they're the higher-ranked seeding team in this. And, I mean, they showed it. They came out. The 5-0 was here. I would have loved to see a little bit more from the Dodgers, but they played their game. It wasn't a result of anybody playing poorly. Just like I said, the Elite played better.
And mind you, the Dodgers this season, right? Let me pull up their statistic in doubles. There are no
beautiful shot from Piggy Buggy. She was up quickly to that and taps it top right. Shutane's just stuck, looking like a deer in the headlights. He does try, unfortunately is way late to that. Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's okay. I was just saying there are no player stats in my stat sheet as of right now, and I'll have to figure that out in between games. But I'm going to assume, right, that maybe Novanta and Shutanes aren't the 2 main foot forward, and more of who is available. Oh, what a save from Shutanes to put that there. He gets bumped by Novanta. Oh, Novanta likes to go for boost over ball. You hate to see it, but unfortunately, that is a 7th goal from the Elite, and they're just rubbing salt in the wound now.
Piggy Buggy's shot was absolutely amazing as it was, and Shutanes did everything they could to keep that from going down to the 7-2. It's not a Brazil. We did avoid that with that 2nd goal here, but at this rate, we're probably going to see an 8th. We have a little bit of pressure here. Navanta's up. Piggy Buggy's going to take that away. Shutane's going to be first to it, off the sidewall, and he's going to get not past Piggy Buggy, but Devonta is quick. They're seeing that they can get this to a 7-3. The pressure is there. They're here again. But Piggy Buggy's going to take that away, and I think this will be the last push. Shutanes elects not to go, and yeah, I think we're going to finish up with a 7-2 here today.
That is going to be looking maybe 8-2. 8-2. Shutanes makes a save. Sinister is up, looking for it. Novanta keeps the ball up into the corner. Here comes Piggy Buggy trying to keep it up. Sinister looking for an 8th. No, he just can't get it. And the Elite, that's a 5-0 for the Elite. Well done.
Piggy Buggy was on fire, and there at the end, I mean, she just turned it up even more. The shots, the flicks, the 1v2s, I mean, the air rolls. Was that FL? Was that AO we just watched at the very end there?
That was getting very, very, very close to AL. These are both players that are probably going to rank up at the end of the season once roster lock lifts. So, with that being said, good games, Novanta and Shutanes. Good game, Sinister and Miss Piggy Buggy. I remembered to pronounce your pronouns right this time because I remember you are one of the many girls that plays in MLE, and I'm glad I didn't miss that this time. So, thank you all of you for showing up for this series. But we are not done yet. We have one more series on the docket for the 9 p.m. Eastern docket, because I'm Central Time. I actually had to look at my clock. We have the Champion League, which is 2 leagues higher than this. The Champion League Spectre at the Champion League Demolition in a doubles matchup. Another very close-seeded game. Don't go anywhere. Stick around.